Anyway, I'm going to show you how to build the perfect baseball player, and I'm going to do it over the course of 3 videos. Today's video is going to show you the abilities of a baseball player and where you compare and how to improve yourself. Tomorrow, you're going to get a video showing you how to build your baseball strength and power to hit more home runs. And the following day, you're going to get another video that's going to show you how to increase your baseball speed so that you're just a menace on the base path and in the field. So anyway, this is a total how-to program, and bear with me, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. All right, let's start by talking about the abilities versus skills. Now, in baseball, you don't want to confuse these, because skills are things like learning how to bat correctly, learning how to step towards the pitcher and level your swing, how to kneel down in front of ground balls, or so forth. Pointing at your target when you throw. Those are skills, but abilities are different. Abilities are something that are inherent in most all athletics and all athletes. They're just in different amounts in different athletes. So, in the case of a baseball player, the abilities are strength, power, speed, coordination, endurance, reaction time, flexibility, and agility. Okay, and what I do as a sports performance coach is break down these different abilities by sport, and then break down these abilities by the individual athlete, and that's how I go about customizing programs. But in the case of baseball players, if we want to think about the ideal abilities and how much of each ability is needed, we want to think of the perfect baseball player. And I'm a true baseball fan. I just absolutely love it. And being a Yankees fan, I'd be quick to jump on a New York Yankee in the past, such as a Mickey Mantle, or a present player. It would be like a Robinson Cano. But just for the sake of being fair to everyone, I'm going to go with one of the greats of all time, Willie Mays. Okay, Willie Mays was a classic baseball player, a player who could hit for power, hit for average. He could run the base paths. He could run down balls in the outfield and with a great arm. He could do everything. Okay, so ideal baseball player. And the abilities that I think of when I think of Willie Mays are as follows. Okay, strength is a 5. Willie Mays, strong enough to hit home runs. I would probably verge to guess that he wasn't, setting records in the weight room, but perhaps strength training or just being naturally strong enough to do what he had to do on the baseball diamond. So out of a 1 through 10, strength gets a 5 for baseball. Now power. Power is your ability to explode and take that strength and do something with it. And of course we know that power is, in the speed of that bat flying around, is definitely an essential in baseball. So power gets increased up to an 8. Speed. Now I just talked about the speed of the bat, but that's actually power. Speed I'm going to talk about in terms of running the base path, being out in the field, and running down fly balls. Even if you're in the infield, just moving laterally, side to side. Okay, so speed, definitely an 8. Coordination, absolutely an 8. You show me an uncoordinated baseball player, and I'll show you a baseball player that doesn't get much time on the field. Okay, so coordination, definitely an 8. Endurance, I put endurance as a 5. Most people think that baseball players just sit around, but it actually takes a lot of energy to get from the beginning of a baseball game to the end of a game, playing every inning and so forth, especially if you're a pitcher. But even if you're a fielder or infielder or outfielder, just standing there can be draining, and it can be tiring on the muscles. So not to be confused with a lazy man's game, endurance is at least a 5 for baseball players. Reaction time. The ultimate sport for reaction time necessity. When a baseball is coming at you at 90 miles an hour fastball with movement on it, you do have to be able to react to a change in speed of a pitch, or curveballs and so forth. So reaction time, baseball player, absolutely essential. It's a 9. Okay, and then flexibility we have as a 7. More flexible they need to be than the average person, especially when you consider that a baseball player does so many things repetitiously, and if you're not flexible, that's when injuries happen, that's when you have muscle imbalances. So, anyway, the last thing is agility. Being able to be agile as a baseball player, especially by position, like a shortstop, it's about a 6, I would say, and then we add them all up and we get a total score of 56. Now, what I want you to do, maybe don't do this yourself, maybe ask somebody else, ask a coach, ask a friend who's not too biased, ask somebody who's watched you play who could really vouch for this and try to fill in the blanks. So let's say, for argument's sake, you're a 5 for strength. And, let's say your power is a little off, your speed is good, coordination's good, maybe you don't do much in terms of endurance, reaction time, perhaps, it's a 7, you need to increase that. Flexibility, let's say you're just a little bit less flexible, and let's say agility that you're even better than the ideal. What you do is then you take these numbers and add them up, and I'll do that now. I'll try to do some quick math here. 5 plus, let's see, 11, 19. Okay, so it adds up to 50, okay? So, the ideal, the Willie Mays baseball player is 56. Let's say you, hypothetically, are 50. You know where your discrepancies are, and then you know what has to be increased. That is the first thing you need to do when you think about how to build the perfect baseball player. And I want you to think about that. I want you to assess yourself today, and I want you to come up with your own score. And then look for the next video tomorrow, and I'm going to show you how to increase your baseball-specific strength to knock home runs, hit the ball much further, and play the whole game better. So do this tonight. Please do this now, and then we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.